But it's, you know, these are big challenges, and they're challenges where, unlike when I was first starting in politics, and it was after the fall of the Berlin Wall and, you know, the global economy looked in reasonable shape, decision-making at that point looked relatively steady and relatively predictable. If you fast forward 20 years to today, we live in an era of almost extraordinary unpredictability.
And also, I would say that time was an era of it seemed like extraordinary optimism. The wall is down, countries are opening up, there's work to do, but we're rising. It feels like we're caught in this global wave of pessimism and negativity. How do we get out of that?
Well, I think we partly get out of it, by the way, in taking a step back and understanding that if you look at the broad sweep of history, even over the last 20 years, there have been hundreds of millions of people globally lifted out of poverty. Okay. But if you take our societies, I think there is a real sense amongst middle and lower income families that their incomes are flatlining, that they're not sure that their children are going to do as well as them, never mind do better than them. And, you know, people, there are two types of politics in the world today. There are what I call the politics of the anger and the politics of the answer. And the politics of the anger are very easy for populists to ride, left and right. And the curious thing is, by the way, which I notice both sides of the Atlantic, is the populism of the left and right at certain points they meet, but they aren't answers. You know, the answer is not to try and... Globalization is a fact, right? Technological advance is a fact. These things are going to carry on changing the world. The real question is, what are the solutions and answers that allow us to access the opportunities and minimize the risks?